I wanted to give you a little overview of these neighborhood reports. So neighborhood reports are a really difficult report to explain because it is so incredibly powerful. So I think what I'll do first is show you what a neighborhood report looks like, and then you can get creative on exactly what you'll use a neighborhood report for. And in this process here, I can actually give you some suggestions and ideas of places and ease of use to use neighborhood reports. So where are neighborhood reports found? Well, if I go to marketing and if I scroll down to neighborhood reports, that's where they are. So right smack in the middle of the marketing tree drop down. So marketing and then neighborhood reports, I click on there. Again, just like market reports, you can see existing ones that are running. You can search through those existing ones that are running. You can see all the data that we talked about for home finders and market reports. You can see when this last one was sent, when it was created. If I click on here, you can actually see who opened it and when. And so here you can go ahead and hard send a market report, or you can preview the market report as well. So it'd be easiest to show you what a market report is before I try and explain it. So if I click here on this report preview button, it'll actually put together and generate a market report based on those specific parameters. So again, this is the email that your clients are going to receive. It's got all these embedded pictures, charts, and graphs. So if I scroll down here, we've just got our secondary title here, test report. Here's some nice text at the beginning. Again, completely branded to you, the agent. Convert to a PDF, share to Facebook, social share on any kind of media here. You can print it through convert to PDF. And as we scroll down, you can see what we do is take a ton of for sale data, off-market data, sold data, and even pending data, and we put all that together to show the user a ton of information for this specific little area. So right now we've got this nice little area right here above Coral Ridge Mall by this golf club here, and we've got a few sold homes, off-market, withdrawn, expireds, as well as for sale data. We scroll down here, we've got different days on the market, list prices, percentage differences. Again, this is just a test report here. We'll create one in just a second. Market price trends for the surrounding zip code, properties on the market as well, days on market here, and then we've got all these summaries. So we've got all these different summary pieces here for the for sale, sold, and the off-market data. And then we've got a nice big sample of inventory here with all the different specs involved. So here your client can see is it active, pending, or sold. They can go take a look at the photos of the specific house. They can click here and it actually goes to the website URL. So you've got tons of different pieces that you can do. So that's kind of what the report is. They are great for a pre-listing, pre-CMA report just to stay in front of someone. They can be sent out at any given time, every 7, 14, 28, 30, 60, or 90 days. Let's see here, they're great open house tools. So I'll show you how to make one for an open house. They're great for farming because you can actually define the area with a polygon. So let's create a neighborhood report. It's a little bit more daunting than a market report, which is really simple. You pick your area, you pick your client, and you're good to go. Here, we give you a ton of different opportunities to change up the requirements to make sure this is as fine-tuned as possible. So I'm going to set up a new neighborhood report. I'm going to click on the new button. Once I do that, there's just a few interesting pieces I need here. Report name, we'll put Pages Clive Update. So we're going to do something for Page, and we're going to do it in Clive. Contacts, we'll put Page. Just like the market reports and home finders, if you want to have more people tied to this report, in other words, this report created for every one of them individually, I can just continue to add more people. Okay. So just continue to type in there. Email frequency, you can do 7 days, 14 days, 28, 30, 60, or 90 days. So again, a lot of people will use this as a specific stay in touch tool after a sale has gone through. That's a great idea. Don't send it out every 7 days though. Send it out every 30 or 60. If it's a pre-listing tool and that people want to see, every week they want to see everything that happened in a specific area, then send it out every 7 days. Is it for a buyer or seller? Do you want to get copied on it here? Let's see here, report expiration. We talked about that with Home Finder as well. If you want to just generate one report right now and then put the expiration for tomorrow, your client would just get one report. Okay, the biggest piece of this is the search criteria right here in the middle. So we're going to click Edit Search Criteria. Now, on the search criteria piece, we do allow you to pick and define your criteria by specific MLS board. So you'll want to take a look at that. But before you take a look at that, you need to pick whether you want to do search based on data fields, okay? Or if you want to do a map search and actually draw a specific polygon. So I'm going to go ahead and click on a map search. So I know that what I want to do is actually draw an area in Cedar Rapids. So I've got Cedar Rapids as my drop down here. Oh no, we're actually going to do a Clive report. So let's swap that and do Des Moines, okay? So it'll reload the map to the Des Moines area. And then here, it allows me to choose some of the different pieces here before I pick my map area. So again, do I want everything that's on market? Yes. Do I want everything that is sold or closed? Yes, but 180 days is way too much. So I'm going to say, just give me 30 days of sold. Okay, off market, that would be expireds and withdrawns. Just give me 30 days of that and give me all pendings as well, but just the past 15 days of pendings. So just the quick pendings, everything off market, on market. Okay, I will go ahead and click my chevron because now I need to draw my map. So I wanted to do it kind of in that Clive area. And so I am just going to assume that you can zoom down wherever you want to and put the map. For me, I'm just going to kind of zoom down here and say, as I come down in this area, you know, Paige definitely does not want to be above Highway 6. She likes this little square right here between University and the 100th. So I can just take my little polygon. So I clicked on my little polygon in the upper right, and I can click that intersection to there, over to University, up to here, and then maybe she does want these little pocket neighborhoods up there. And then there's my little Clive area. I can name it as well. Let's see, Clive University to 80, right? So University to 80 over here, you've got the idea. Once I name that little area like that, next time if I want to come in and define the same area, it's actually available in a drop-down. And so in that drop-down right there, I don't have to ever draw this little thing again. I can just click it and the system will draw it for me. So now I did that, and between, you know, the actives, there's hardly anything in there. And so that doesn't look like probably as much data as I want to give Paige. So I can go in here and I can just kind of rework it. Let me do 60 days of solds instead. And let me do 60 days of off markets. And there probably are a few more pendings in there. So we'll do 30 days of pendings. We picked everything that's active, okay? So I go ahead in here, I change my parameters, I just click on search map again. And when I do that, it should give me more. There's a few more. That's going to be decent looking charts and graphs. So now I'm good with that report setup. Okay, again, you can do circle radiuses, you can do all sorts of stuff. For this example, I'm just showing you how to do the actual map. I click OK. And that's it. So now I've got a update that I'm going to send for Paige. Okay. And in this update for Paige, we're going to do, what did we have? Everything that was active and 30 days back solds and some pendings. And we drew a nice small area in Clive. That's where she wants to live. She wants to keep an eye on everything that happens in that little micro area. If you want to preview it, you can. This report does take a little bit longer to preview. The market reports are under 5 seconds. These can be, 10, 15 to 20 seconds because we're parsing through a lot of data. So at this point, I'm good with the report. I'm ready to go. I click Save and Send. Paige will get the first report in probably the next, I would say, 30 minutes or so. So we click OK. And now I set it for every 7 days. Paige will get an update every 7 days with the changes for the specific area. You can see what happened here is that I've got Paige's Clive report for Warren Buffett and Paige's Clive report for Paige. Remember, I added Warren Buffett to the actual, when I was building the report as another contact. The system will build Warren his own report and for Paige their own report. That way, if Paige unsubscribes and the report stops, Warren is still getting his report, right? So we set up another report for you and you don't really have to do a thing to make that happen. All right, so let's say that you love this neighborhood report, and the more you see them, the more you're really going to like them. But the idea is you're not quite sure exactly how you want to use it. And so let's say you've got an open house coming. So if I've got an open house coming, this would be a great handout. to have the address of the open house and everything going on around that open house, everything that's sold and everything that's for sale, and have it printed out, right? And then maybe have it available on the countertop at the open house as like a free handout. That would be a great idea. We have a lot of companies that do that. So how would I make that happen? Well, I go over here to New, and I click on New, and I'm going to create my specific report. So in this place, I'll say Saturday for, I think this weekend is around the 9th, Saturday for an open house, or you could actually put the address. And when I go to do search criteria, watch what I do here. I click on Edit. And here, last time, remember we did the map search, right? This time we just did this search. Right here, I've got this little radius button. So here, you would type in your address. Let's say 123 Main Street, right? And then the radius around that specific address, and that's all you've got to do. The report will generate all the homes and counts and everything without you having to do a thing. You might want to come down here and say, only give me, let's say 60 days worth of solds and maybe 60 days of off market, because you know, in markets where there's a lot of listings or in areas where there's a lot of listings, 6 months worth of sold pendings and off markets is a lot of data, too much for the system to generate a report. So I usually recommend you start at around 60 days and see what that looks like. But here you would just type in the address, right? And you would click on OK. And then your search parameters here would just be the address with a radius search. And then from there, you could preview the report or save and send it to yourself, right? Make a contact record that goes to yourself and hit save and send or hit preview, and then from there just hit print. So you can take a look and print those at any time you want. Here's another trick as well. A lot of people that print these reports, and they're great reports to print, remember that when the preview, when we saw in the preview, it said it's personalized. It said Dear Page on the last one that we did. So you might want to set up a contact record in your system where the first name is Future Client. So to do that, you would click on Add a New Contact. And we can do it right here on the fly. We don't have to wait. We don't have to go back to contacts or anything. And first name would say Future Client. And then the email could just be yours. And then hit Save and Close. Now you've got this really great little Future Client fake contact record that allows you to say, put a report together for a contact where the first name is Future Client. And so on the first page of the report, it says Dear Future Client. And then you can print that report out. That's an easy one to print out and use it for these handout pieces. You can use that for farming, right? If you don't have people's emails addresses, you could do one report like this, do it for the Future Client record, print out 20 and then drop them off or drop them in an envelope, mail them out, whatever you'd like to do. So they're great for farming. They're really great for open houses, but what they're really meant for is kind of a pre-listing CMA tool to give someone a really deep dive into everything happening within a very small specific area. Okay, I hope you enjoy neighborhood reports. I'm going to cancel out of this one. And again, once they're set up, you can see these ones just went 3 minutes ago. So 3 minutes ago, these both were sent out. And you can see this one was sent out as well back on the 27th. And then all the information that you really need to stay up to date on that report is right there. All right, thanks for watching.